Okay, so the recording will pick up now. Surface area, as was said a minute ago, is the combined area of all the faces of the shapes. We're going to start with rectangular prisms. And the first thing is we chose 3 colors, and the 3 faces of our prism that we see, we made a different color. All right. So, I'm concerned. Yes. Well, maybe it's still there. Doubtful, but you can go try. Ma'am. Yes. All right. Now, I'm going to start with the blue rectangle. Now, the blue rectangle is, I'm just going to say, is the front of my rectangular prism. Now, on a rectangular prism, the front and the back are going to be identical. I need the area of the rectangle that I have in blue. How are we going to find that, Wesley?
So, first, you look at the length of the sides and the width. The length and width.
And that would be what?
3 and 13.
Okay.
So, what you do next, you multiply one by the other.
Correct. That would get me the front, and what I have to keep in mind is that the front and the back are going to be the same, so I do want to do 3 times 13, but then I also want to
Do it again.
double it. So I can multiply it by 2, and 3 times 13 times 2, Abigail, is 78. Okay. So I have the area of the front and the back combined.
Yes.
Now I'm moving to my green one, which is on the left. And I have to keep in mind that the left and the right are going to be identical. If I look at my green one though, I am missing a number. I only have a 9. Jimmy, what's the other number?
3.
How do you know that the other number is a 3?
Because the height of the prism is 3.
Okay.
Whoa.
The blue has a height of 3, so it's going to move to the other side and also be over here as well. So to find the left and the right together, Jason?
Multiply 9 times 3 and 2.
Good. 9 times 3, and then double it. Abigail? Gives us a combined area of 54. And now I've got the one that I've got marked in red. It's the top of it. So the top and the bottom are going to be identical. There's no numbers on the red. So give me some numbers to put where and why being the, main part. Micah?
9 and 13.
Why 9 and 13?
Because it's the length and the width of the prism.
Okay.
And it's the same length and width of the top.
Okay, so the green, the bottom's 9, so the top's 9. The blue, the bottom's 13, so the top is 13, which lines up to my red. How will we find the area of the top and the bottom? Jason?
9 times 13 times 2.
Good. 9 times 13 times 2. John Harry?
78.
Pardon?
78.
9 times 13 times 2? 234. Okay. So I've got the areas now of the front, back, the left, right, top, bottom, which was my color coding. How would we find the surface area of the full shape? Jimmy? Add them all up. So we're going to take the 78 and the 54 and the 234. We're going to combine it. And what will it add up to? Brissa? 366
Inches squared.
inches squared, because this is a form of area. And that's my surface area. So work. I said, today's lesson really is just a bunch of multiplying and adding. All right? It's just making sure that we remember that some of these pieces have two parts. They have a front and a back, a left and a right, a top and a bottom. Okay, let's go to number 2. We've got a new rectangular prism. We can go ahead and start by color coding if you choose to. So I'm making my front blue, my right green, and my top red. Now, in one of the classes, we found that it sped some people up by making sure all of the colors had their numbers already marked. So if I look at the blue, it has a 20. What's its other number? Jimmy?
6.
The 6. The green has the height of 6, but what is its base? It's going to be the 4. And then on the red, I have the 4s, but what's its other dimension? The 20. So if we kind of notice, each number is up there twice. Okay. So we're going to start with the front and back. How will we find the area of the front and the back combined? Micah?
20 times 6
Times.
2.
Yep. Got to double it. 20 times 6 times 2. And what is the area of these two, Abigail? 240. Very good. Okay, I'm going to the left and right. How would we find the area to the left and the right combined? Abigail?
6 times 4 times 2.
Very good. 6 times 4 times 2. And what is that for 6 times 4 times 2? 48. Okay. And now we need the top and the bottom. I've got that marked in red. How would we find the area of the top and the bottom combined? Jonah?
So you do 20 times 4 times 2.
Very good. 20 times 4 times 2. And that is how much? 160. Okay. I need the combined surface area. SA stands for surface area. How would I find the combined, John Henry? Add up your answers. So 240 plus 48 plus 160. John Henry?
368 goes away.
It is not. Double check your math. Mary? 448 yards squared. Very good. It's kind of, is it working for you? All right. I'm going to pause a little bit, and I want you to go to number 3. And we're just kind of see if we all get it. We'll probably just move on into triangles because we seem to pick up quick on this. So number 3 is next. Okay, let's look over this one. And we'll see how we do. And then we may just go ahead and skip over to triangles. And then we'll do some practice towards the end of class. All right, start us out. Emerson. Can you talk it out so that I can write it on the board? Because if you write up there, it won't come up on the screen. Unless you want to write on the iPad. And talk, and then it's going to record everything you do.
Sure.
All right. I will pass you the... Oh, got enough charge. Ah!
I want to go next.
Do you want me to like color it and stuff?
Yeah. Highlighter is here. Pen's there.
Okay.
Talk up a little bit because the microphone will pick you up. Okay. So we're going over this one.
No, I think it's going to be on it.
Okay. So first I colored. How does it work? Oh. Okay. First I colored everything. Wait, hold on. Let it pick up her voice, okay? Okay, and then for the front, oh my goodness, how do you do this? For the front and the back, I got 5 times 14 times 2, and that equals 140. And then for the left and the right, I got 16 times 14 times 2, which gives you 448. And then for the top and bottom, I don't know if I spelled that right. Oh, well, I got 16 times 5 times 2, which gives you 160. And then 140 plus 448 plus 160 equals 748 feet squared. Oh God, my handwriting's really bad.
I love the iPad.
All right. Are we good with the rectangles? Okay. Now, we'll do more of these. I want us to jump up and flip over to the triangular prisms. We'll backtrack and we'll pass the iPad around and whatnot. All right. The other side. Okay. So surface area of the triangular prism. Let's review over this real quick, and then we'll do some practice, and we'll, finish up. What shapes make up your triangular prism? 2 primary shapes. Triangles and rectangles. How do you find the area of a triangle? Marley. Okay. Base times height divided by 2. How do you find the area of a rectangle? Again, we just did it.
Width times length.
Length times width or base times height, whichever one you want to use. Okay. Keeping your same colors out. All right, but we're not coloring in entire shapes. Sorry. The first shape I want us to focus in on is the triangle. The mistake that I've watched throughout the day is...
Teachers and students, please excuse
Pause. All right, like I said before the intercom dinged, biggest mistake I've watched today is forgetting about the triangles. Okay, so the first thing I want us to do is the triangle. So I'm gonna just draw a triangle off to the side just so I know that I'm dealing with my triangle. And on a triangular prism, how many triangles are there? There are 2. Right now, my triangles are the same or different? Okay, they're the same, so my triangle is going to have to be doubled. Now I need to find the area of that triangle. We know that it's base times height divided by 2, but out of all of those numbers, I need to be able to identify the base and the height of this triangle. What key feature do I need to look for? John Henry? I need to look for the right angle. Now, I've got my right angle, and it is right here. What 2 numbered sides are making up that right angle? Abigail?
10 and 9.
10 and 9. So I would do base times height divided by 2, but I have to remember to do what to that area?
Times 2.
I've got to double it. Hold that thought.
Wait.
Okay?
So can't we just, since we're dividing it, can't we just do like 10
Yeah, I say that's fine because inverses are all in doing each other. Correct. So the area of both triangles is 90. Okay? And the use of inverses, if you're doing that shortcutting, that's fine. Okay? So first thing, get rid of the triangles. We found their area. There was 2 of them. We doubled it. We're good. Okay. The next part we have is having to deal with the rectangles. Now, I told you guys to keep your colors out. And what I want you to do, instead of coloring full shapes in, I want you to mark each side of the triangle a different color. So, my triangle is now going to be 3 different colors.
3 different colors.
Yes. And there is a reason for it, okay? If we remember what we did yesterday, we were breaking down all the shapes the past couple days and looking for connections between all the things. What did we find about the base and the number of faces? Marley? Good. However many sides the base has is how many faces we're dealing with. So I have a triangle with 3 sides. That tells me I'm going to have 3 rectangles because the rectangles would be the face. So I'm going to draw 3 rectangles in the colors that I've got. So I'm going to have my blue rectangle, and I am going to have a red rectangle, and I'm going to make a green rectangle. Should have made these a little smaller. That'll be okay. Okay. Have I lost anybody yet? Which part? The reason I've got it 3 different colors is because there's 3 different rectangles involved. And what's going to happen is the side that I have on mine, I've got it marked blue. That number needs to go on my rectangle that I have colored blue.
Wait, Miss Dawn, I have a question. Are all 3 rectangles the same?
No.
Are 2 of them the same and 1 different?
In this case, yes.
Oh.
But that's not an always thing. Okay? The side that I've got red, I'm putting that on my red rectangle. And the side that I've got marked green, I'm putting that on my green rectangle. So each of my rectangles now has a base measurement. And the base measurement comes from the side of the triangle. But now all of them need to have a height. And every one of them will have the same height. It's the number not on a triangle. What number is not touching the triangle, Liza? No, the 9 is inside the triangle. That's the height of the triangle.
14.
The 14. Notice the 14 is how long that rectangle is. Do you see that? All of the rectangles will be that length. So that 14, that number that is not on the triangle, is going to go on every one of those rectangles. They're all the same height. Their bases are what could be different. And now we're going to go through and we're going to find the area of all 3 rectangles.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
So, you do the area for each one of them, and then you add that 90 in the other.
Yes.
Do you get this?
I think so. Let's math it real quick. Okay, the area of our first one, on mine I've got it blue. 10.3 times 14 is what area? 144.2. So I'm just finding the area of each rectangle now. My one that I've got marked red is 10 by 14.
140.
Is 140. And the one that I've got marked green is another 10.3 by 14. So, correct?
You just add them together.
And now I'm going to take the 4 answers that I have. And I'm going to combine them. 90 plus 144.2 plus 140 plus 144.2. It is a lot of numbers, but right now this is a good broken down way of figuring this out. Are you taking a selfie with your calculator?
My calculator's dying.
Oh, okay. I just thought you were taking a selfie with your calculator. That's what it looks like. Okay, who's got our final surface area?
Me.
Aaron.
518.4 inches squared.
Very good. 518.4 inches squared.
Yep.
Very good. This is kind of a broken down method of finding this. Okay?
Can't you just like...
You know another way. All right. Let's look at the second one on that page. We'll do one more and then I'll let you guys try one without me guiding you through. Let's start with our triangles. What do we have to remember about the triangle?
There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them. Okay? Now, all of those numbers, how do I determine the base and height of the triangle? Marley.
Where the right angle.
Very good. Where the right angle meets. And the right angle is meeting at which 2 lengths?
10 and 9.
The 10 and the 9. So I'm going to have base times height divided by 2. But I do have to double that, which brings in the discussion of the inverses again. And the combined area of both triangles is how much? Marley? 90. Okay, my triangles are my triangles are taken care of. Now I've got to focus in on the rectangles, which is where I'm going to come in and I'm going to color code the 3 sides of my triangle. And then I'm going to draw 3 rectangles. Instead of blue, I did purple. Sorry, it's an accident. Okay, I'm drawing my 3 rectangles.
So each of them is gonna have that 10 inches that isn't on the prism.
Very good. Olivia just said each of these is going to have the 10 inches that is not on the triangle. So each rectangle I have is going to have a height of 10. And then each rectangle gets one side of the triangle.
Just out of curiosity, is this how it's gonna be set up?
Just a hair. Which one? Except there's not 2 13.5s this time. One of them is a 13.5 by 10. One's a 10 by 10. The other one's 9 by 10.
Okay,
Wait, shouldn't the bottom one be like a square?
I understand.
It actually would be. You are correct. The very bottom one would be a 10 square. All right, I've got everything labeled. Now I need to find the area of all 3 of my rectangles. 13.5 by 10. What would the area be? Aaron?
135.
135. 10 by 10. Marley? 100. 9 by 10. Jimmy? 90. Mary Liddy, what's my last step in finding the full surface area?
You have to add all the areas together plus the area.
Very good. The area of the triangles plus the area of all 3 rectangles. Who's got us a completed surface area? Liza?
325 inches squared.
1, 2, 325?
Wait a minute.
I think you forgot your triangles.
Oh yeah.
Give her a chance to.
Second. 415.
415 inches squared. Good. All right. Let's flip over and let's look at the one that's on the top left. And I'm going to give you time to work on it on your own. And then we'll let somebody do the iPad and all explanation. Easy. Easy. Okay. Okay. Such excitement. All right. Let's solve the problem first. All right. We're going to go ahead and go over this. Make sure you talk as you do it so that explanation gets picked up.
Okay.
All right. Kiddos. Ladies. Let's focus to the screen.
Okay. First I did my triangle and I started off with doing 8 times 12. Wait. And I got 96. And then got a color, like coordinate your thingy-mabobbers or whatever. So I did Yeah. So then triangles. So the side is 9, and then the base, you write the bases down with the matching color. And then I got 129.6, and then 108, and then they might be like, I don't know, 72, and then you add them. Let me write some more. Together. And I got 405.6 inches squared.
Why did you just do 8 times 12 for the for the triangle? I didn't hear if you explained that part out. I'm just kind of curious.
Oh, because if you divide and then multiply, it just cancels it out. So
Very good.
yes.
Very good. Okay,
Do you want me to?
here's what we're gonna do. Let's do another triangle. It's already been claimed. Let's go to the next one. Jimmy after. Jimmy after. All right, this is the next one we're gonna go to, and we'll pause for a few minutes and see how it goes. Okay, guys. No, those are the only ones that are partially credited. That'll pop back up. But when they come up, this is the only part you need to fix. But some other ones are going to pop up because they're completely wrong. When you open up your second attempt, that'll
I'm already
work.
on my second attempt though.
Yeah, that's what should pop up on your computer. All right, let's focus. And Abigail's going to do this question. Hopefully we'll get it done before the bell rings. Guys.
So I did my triangle first, and I did 13 times 11 divided by 2 times 2, and I got 143. And then I did my first square because this one. Girl, what? There we go. This one. And I did 117 times 7, which is 191. Well, 119, sorry. And then I did my red square, and I got 11 times 7 is 77. And I did my last little square, this one. And then that one was this. So that one is 13 times 7 is 91. And then I added I added all of them together. Which is 143 plus 119 plus 77 plus 91. And I got 430. And so it is 430 inches squared.
Alright, very good. Okay. We're gonna pause here. I want you to make sure your packets come back to class tomorrow. Alright. And we'll do more surface area and volume tomorrow.